Back home, Australia is set for a population explosion in the next 40 years. Latest figures show it could reach 35 million. That's 7 million more than the last forecast just 2 years ago. And with the population ageing, the government says it's going to have to do more with less.
Australia's population is booming. The Treasurer says it's good news, but also presents challenges.
Along with climate change, this is the most substantial challenge we face.
The population was previously projected to be 28.5 million by mid-century. It's now estimated that number will hit 35 million, up from 21.5 million today. That's due to more women of childbearing age and fertility rates at levels not seen since the early 1980s. The other major factor is the net increase in the number of migrants. But while the population grows, it's also getting older. By mid-century, more than 1/5 of Australians will be aged over 65. That's up from 13% today and just 8% 40 years ago. The proportion aged over 85 will increase the most rapidly, reaching 5% by 2049.
Population ageing will lead to slower economic growth in the form of declining growth in real GDP per person. And of course, as a consequence, it will lead to an increase in the levels of Australian government spending per person.
That's why the Australian government shouldn't spend too much money, which is what they've done.
Today, there are 5 people of working age for every Australian over 65. In 40 years, there will be less than 3 working people to every older Australian. In the last budget, the government announced it would raise the pension age from 65 to 67. Wayne Swan today ruled out any further increases. And though migration on the whole is up, the government recently cut back on skilled migrant places, a trend that might have to be reversed later to boost the workforce.
Migration does keep the population of the country younger, but we have very high migration rates by most international standards.
But John Pigott says in future there may be more competition from other countries who will also need skilled migrants. Kathy Novak, World News Australia.